Hey mates, and welcome to Blindformers. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we're going to be transforming Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Prima Prime from his robot mode into his vehicle mode. So, without further ado, let's get into this transformation because this is a fun one. And if you want to help me, then please go below, hit the like button, share and subscribe. That always helps. And these are verbal transformation videos. This means that you can pay attention to your transformer as you're transforming it, and you don't need to look at the screen. I'm going to verbally explain this as an audio description format so that you can understand how to transform your transformer without ever having to look at the screen. If this was a podcast, it'd actually be better, and I should start doing these as podcasts. You might know how to change a video to an audio and post it. Let me know in the comments below or join me on Discord. So, without further ado, let's get into today's video and talk about this. This has got to be a unique transformation. There's aspects about this guy I love, and then there's aspects about this guy I dislike. And I do want to state out of the box the one thing I don't like about this guy is the plastic. I don't like the plastic quality. They use some weird gem style plastic or something. It doesn't feel quite right. It feels very Titan's Return to me, and Combiner Wars. It feels like those plastics, not the plastics we've gotten in modern day. So just wanted to make sure that was stated out of the box. Now, here is a transformation step I want you to understand before we get into this too far. Let me go ahead and break that step. Okay, so whenever we are transforming him back into robot mode from vehicle mode, you're going to have problems getting the arms to line up. And this is how I do it, and this will help you do it yourself. Now, when you break him from robot mode and you're going to transform him into vehicle mode, stop the moment you pull the chest away from the backpack. And then feel where these arms are right here. You'll find that there are two shoulder pauldrons, and there's these little rectangular pieces of plastic sticking out from right behind the shoulder. And those are going to go into these little plastic holes, rectangular holes, on either side of Primus here, or Prima, right above the wheels. So there's going to be one to the top right of the right wheel, and there's going to be one to the top left of the left wheel. And then you can just kind of wiggle them in, and they're going to lightly snap into place there. And that's going to give you a nice, strong connection. And I just wanted you to know that's how you get the arms connected. So if you're wondering, like, how am I supposed to, it's all floppy. Where does it connect? That's where it connects. All right, now let's get back into the real transformation. I just wanted you to know that's how to do that spot. So first off, when transforming him, pull the backpack away, like we just did a minute ago. And then unfold each of the wheels from inside. Then you can drag your hand behind his head. You'll find that there are two wheels hiding inside of his core, and they each are going to fold out. Now that you've folded those out, go ahead and fold his head into that core area, and it will kind of lightly snap into place. As long as you don't rotate it 180 degrees. If you keep his face facing forwards and then rotate it backwards, it will lightly snap into place. It's not a strong, sturdy connection, but it is a light connection, so it's not going to move on you. Now, next step is rotate that section that his head is in and these two wheels are in. That section's going to rotate 180 degrees so that the wheels are now facing in the front, and his chest is now hidden by his backpack. Isn't that neat? Next step we're going to do is we are going to actually come around to the rear of this transformer, and we're going to play around with these legs now. Now, next, take these legs, find the wheels in the back of the leg, and then fold out the wheel section on each side. Fold out the wheel section on each side. Then fold in the toe section on each side. All right. The feet are going to fold in to take up the space that these wheels just evacuated. Now each of these legs is going to fold up, and I find it's best if you fold the hip. You fold the hip as far forward as you can and get these things in, because you're going to have these toes are going to have to clear this skirt, and this skirt and these toes do not like to clear each other. There's not a lot of clearance there. I do wish there was more. I wish there was a way you could get this section here to just kind of pick up by like 3 more millimeters in the rear section. If it could just pick up a little more, it would be perfect. Now, you would think that maybe you could just fold. Oh, yeah, you can do that. That works. I actually forgot you could do that. Okay, so that's kind of an important step. Let's go ahead and fold that bit down. So the core of the chest, actually, ignore the things I was just saying because I forgot about this step. The core of his chest that has the wheels attached to it, and his chest with the matrix, it actually is going to break away from the hips at 90 degrees. And then that is going to give us that space that I was just been like, I need this extra space for clearance. There, we have it now. We got it. Ask and you shall receive. Yes. Ask for an extra step and you get an extra step. Okay, now that we've gotten that cleared up, where these are now just kind of extra floppy, we can easily fold these legs up. So let's go ahead and first connect the legs together. Find this little tab that's right behind the knee, or right on the inside of the knee, and there is a hole the tab plugs in on the other side. And we're just going to get these guys to connect together. Okay, come on. It's a slidey one, by the way, so be aware of that. Don't just think that this plugs in. I know, you would think it would, because everything else always plugs in. But no. They had to be special with Prima here. They had to give you a slidey joint. I don't like the slidey joints, because the slidey joints, you always have to slide specifically. And there it goes. That's right. I like the clicky joints, because you just add a little pressure and it's done. Now we're going to pick these guys up by the thighs, and there it goes. Sliding the toes under the backpack, and a wonderful connection that is. Oh, that is just beautiful. That worked out so much better. So remember, break that core area and bring that down so that you have enough space to pull the toes up and under, and that is going to make a wonderful connection in the back. That's great. Now let's come over here to the front and let's continue. Go ahead and bring that connection back. So you're just going to pull the chest forwards. It's going to lock back in place, because all we did for that step was just, it broke temporarily so that we could get access to those toes, having an easier time sliding in under that backpack. Now we're going to come over here to the arms, and we're going to break apart the arms. They're just going to rotate apart. And then I like to rotate the hand so the back of the hand will be folded inwards. So this is a pretty easy step. Just find the seam, and the best way to find the seam is always find the joint, and the best way to do that is the joint will never be on the same side as a siege port. So find the siege port, find the opposite side of a siege port, and then the other two sides, the ones on the left and right of the siege port, are actually going to be your connection and your joint side. Now that hand folds backwards, let's come over here to this side and rotate those things around. There we go. And hand rotates around, so the back of the hand is going in and it's going to lay down flat. Yeah, nice. Complete. Now we're going to fold and rotate the arm around so that the siege port is facing outwards, and it's going to kind of fold back into this gap that is available on the side of the backpack. There's this big old gap that feels like the gap a door would have in the side of a vehicle, and that's exactly what this arm is going to take up. It's going to take up that giant gap. Rotate the hand around, and there we go. Rotate that arm around so that it fills in that the big old gappy zone that's on the side of the vehicle. Now this gap doesn't really have any major connection points to it, sad to say. So just be aware of that. You're not really going to get the connections you enjoy like I enjoy. I enjoy a nice little solid click when we know we have it complete, but sadly that's not really the case with the arms there. The thing that lets you know you have it complete is up here at the front. So we're going to collapse the pauldrons down, and we're going to squeeze the arms in. Okay, squeeze the pauldrons in. Now feel up there at the front. We got this unique texture here, and this thing is going to actually, this thing that folds up on his backpack is actually going to fold forwards, and it's going to snap into place with those pieces. And that is going to give us a nice solid connection with the shoulder pauldrons. And that should assist the arms in staying together. Now, do the arms stay together too much? Not really. Not really. I'm going to be honest with you. The arms are my least favorite aspect of this transformation, because they do just kind of fold in there and then just hang out. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to do the arms inside of those modes on the sides. Not really much happens there. Okay, now that we got the shoulder pauldrons plugged in to this little front flappy doodle, and we've got the arms sort of kind of in their army locations. Now we're going to come down here to these rear wheels that are facing the sky and making you go, but I don't understand. I didn't understand either whenever I first was transforming this guy, but these wheels actually fold out again. Yeah, so once you've folded them out and you've put these legs into the hollow sections that the wheels evacuated from, now you try to fold the wheels back to those locations, and that's going to cause the wheel to break on another joint, and it's going to fold down flat. It's actually kind of a cool little spot. I like how these wheels work, and I like that hidden joint. That got me. It took me a day to figure that out. Of just playing around with this guy with a few other transformers. As the way I do it is I'll play around with the transformer, and then if I get frustrated with it, I'll put it down and think about it for a while. And this guy took me some thinking before I figured out, well, maybe these wheels need to fold down one more time. But there you go. That's how you transform them. Now, I have yet to figure out how this sword is supposed to really fit into this transformation. The best way I found for it is to take and plug half the sword into that siege port on this side, and then this other, the front, the blade of the sword, I just kind of slip in between his legs. Sorry, cat hair. And it will just sort of lightly lock in place. Right? Yeah, there it goes. It's lightly locked in place now. And then this thing will just fall off, because that matrix likes to fall off a lot. There we go. There you have your Prima in his vehicle mode. And what a vehicle mode it is. So tune in tomorrow. I will go over Prima's vehicle mode here, from front to back, wheels to gears, and we'll talk about it from the blind perspective. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. I've been Blind Prime, and tune in tomorrow. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.